I don't think that was right. I'm sorry. I look at that the clip. I was going through my YouTube and I'm getting ready to go somewhere, and I see that the police video release video of Prince being in what you call that place? Prince dying in the studio. They say it was his house. The fans comment section are saying it's his studio. They have a black blotch covering where the elevator. And remember, that's the elevator studio. And people think that he was killed because remember, don't let the elevator break us down. Let's go crazy. And the elevator is the devil. If you know songs, they couldn't say God back in the day in a secular song, so they had to say, "Let's go crazy." It's about heaven and God, and there was like party in heaven, and don't let the elevator say the devil. So what Prince said in the past that meant that don't let the elevator, don't let the devil break you down. And a lot of people, and I do believe that he was a seller. They saying he had drugs in the system. I'm sorry, I don't believe that Prince died of an overdose. I'm sorry, I wasn't there. I'm not God. I know that. I'm a human being. Poor on me. Okay, pity on me. I do believe that he was set up. He bought we call it leased his music. What's it called ownership or something. I forgot. It's called intellectual property. And a lot of people within the industry, there are racist because we see why they promote gangster rap and stuff and promote that minstrel behavior, like they did back in Jim Crow, and use the N word and call themselves niggas and all that other stuff. Okay, Jimmy Iovine called like it is. Yeah. Prior President Complex and Viacom and all. Okay, thank you. Okay, 13th Amendment. And when this brother here, this high yellow, God bless his soul, this high yellow brother, black and Italian, I heard he also was Creole too, and the American descent, comes in by this intellectual property of his music. Remember, he had issues with Warner Brothers with a slave on his face. He changed it into a symbol, okay? And I guess they were pissed that he has his own record label. You know what I'm saying? He promoted his own music. He didn't need the music industry anymore. He was the music industry. He was his own boss. You know, Prince. Then no more of the sexual stuff that he promoted back in the day. He started like Vandy, Vandy became a Protestant evangelical Christian. He became a Jehovah's Witness. He changed his material around. And that's why I don't believe, because don't get me, there are Jehovah's who do drugs, but this he was a strict and rigid, like it don't sound right, okay? you know. And a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, even the one who hypocrite, are very rich, and they, I was in a roommate at Job Corps, one Latino man, um, uh, and he was, oh yes, okay, no offense, I'm trying to bash Jehovah's Witnesses, just, but yes, we didn't get along as much because that. And then too, he was lazy. I was the only child to my dad. Okay, my sitting on my mom's side. This dude's the only child, and oh, that dude there, I had a cuss him out for real in Spanish and English. He speak English. He was born in the United States, but oh Lord, that dude there, he was lazy. Even the RRA, who's Latino, who looks Caucasian, to be honest, business out there, didn't like him. Okay, he was lazy, and I did snitch. I never forget one of the girls in Job Corps. She was Asian and Mexican. She was Japanese and Mexican. And I tell her business, and he was trying. He was out there talking to her. We in inspection, dude. Come and clear. I'm not being no slave over here. Clear. I went told on his behind. Got the art. Yes, I did. For real. Okay, but he was strict. Certain things, and he tried. You know what I'm saying. So that's how I know, and I know people who went to school with Jehovah's Witness people. Um, and stuff. So they're very rigid about their beliefs. They don't always, but they're very rigid and they're very extreme and strong. Coming from an evangelical background, my own self, it's similar to that. Okay, no holidays. You know what I'm saying, and that type of thing. For example, with Selena Quintanilla, she was Selena Quintanilla, badass, was your whole witness. The reason why they have blood transfusion is because of that. Okay, when she got killed, sadly got killed back in the day, back in '95. They don't believe in blood transfusions. Okay, they don't. They don't believe in it. They don't believe. Of course, like I said, the Jacksons Five and Selena Quintanilla and Los Dinos did kind of compromise their beliefs because they performed at Quinceañeras. That's a 15th birthday party. Jackson 5 had a Christmas. I'm like, when they had every Christmas they played music, I'm like, really? That Michael Jackson singing Christmas music? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They Jehovah's Witness. They not. You know what I'm saying? Right? You know. So so therefore, of course, later on, he was kicked out. After he was crushed grabbing, and they was very upset with him in Thriller. You know what I'm saying? Really, when he did Thriller, they were very upset with that too. Okay, and he started grabbing his crutch. They kicked him out of the organization. Okay, they did. They did. I had a homegirl of mine. Oh, she was fine. The sister that I know, and her brother. No, I mean her brother. Her boyfriend is high yellow brother. They both high yellow, but he was a tattoo type thug type brother. He was tats, and he was working corporate America, but he used to be a gangster. And I said, when I saw him come, I said, I'm gonna leave that girl, sister alone. Back in 2009 at the mall, and so downtown, been downtown, part-time mall. And when I found out he was Jehovah's Witness, and we were talking about religion, because she's just Koji, okay? And I'm Catholic, and so therefore we're talking about religion. And next thing we're talking about, and I said, yeah, and she said, yeah, she said that his friend fornicated, got his groove on. They had a meet with that dude. Yeah, oh yeah, they don't play that, man. No, for real. So my point is, that's why you saw Prince, and I'm sure they had meeting with them because they had a baby out of the way. Like, I'm sorry to tell their business, okay? And he all tatted up, you know what I'm saying? And G and gangster, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell he lighter than me, he high yellow, he had them tats, and he dressed in a business casual, glass on like nerds, but some tats. I'm like, bro, you been put some long sleeves in the white folks. I want, that shoes. I know it's hot here, but that was your choice to put all them tats on your body. You know what I'm saying? God dog, we see how we know. Dang, you from the 90s gangster. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, you the G, the G thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, please, you better put some long sleeves in there. We see, we know, you in corporate American downtown here, some dress like that. You got the outfit, but we see them with that short sleeve. We see them tats, okay, them tattoos, them gangster tattoos, okay. You tatted, and you brighter than me. You know what I'm saying? You lighter than me. You know what I'm saying? We can tell, dog. You can't cover it up. The white folks got tat. The white men they put long sleeve. You better put long sleeve too, bro. You show that gangster code in corporate America. Come on now. So that's why they had beat about that. They probably did, okay? So they're very strict. Oh, yeah, and they excommunicate you. Yes, they catch you fornicating. I'm surprised they do my roommate that way. Oh, yeah, I ain't going to tell me business and tell his business, but he told me his business with his big mouth. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, ain't my doggone fault. But the truth of the matter is, yeah, for real, he fornicated. Yeah, but I'm saying for real. Y'all know his name, so y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't the one that got heard it for me. But point is, for real, they have meetings. Yes, they catch you creeping. Okay, like TLC song, you're gonna have a meeting. Yes, I did. I never forget, it was a Mexican girl. She was from 30 on, I forget. She was a little bit close to my age. Remember, I was the older cats in Job Corps, okay? I was 79, baby. She was at 82, 81, around Beyonce age. Okay. So she was from 30 on. I know she was your whole witness. And I never forget, when we was talking, I found out she had an older man. So she loved older men. This vaquero looking, cowboy looking Latino brother, you know what I'm saying? I think he was from Juarez or something like that. I don't know how they found out that she was fornicating. Cause that I would never told my business if that was me, okay? But they found out, and trust me, my roommate excommunicated her. Like, they didn't talk to her. That's how they are, right? They don't know. The Jehovah's Witness is very strict. You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised, like I say, that, I can see, besides the Bustier with Selena, you know what I'm saying? They didn't mention that. They added so much stuff in that movie, but the family are Jehovah's Witness, okay? It's shocking to see A.B. Quintanilla all tatted up looking cholo. That's why on your, yes, A.B. when you was in somewhere touring, and I said, you mentioned my name, and I said, he's a cholo. He called me a cholo. Yeah, because you all teared up like a cholo. You know what I'm saying? You lean like a cholo, like the song one of the Chicago rappers said back in the day. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't, yeah, and I guess you let the movement, the belief system too, but no, they don't, They don't play that. They're very strict. They're very rigid, okay, in their religion. So it's hard for me to feel that Prince was doing drugs. Don't get me wrong, it's hypocrites in every belief, but this is the point. They're very controlled. You know what I'm saying? They find out you fornicating, you doing some sex before marriage, you gonna have that meeting. I'm surprised the Jackson brothers, when they was with Michael Jackson was under the doggone beds and they humping them doggone women up in there getting their thought game on, call like it is, you know what I'm saying, and get their group of game on. They when they Joe Jackson, sorry to say it, I ain't even talk bad about bring up Prince death and everything. Joe Jackson is a hoe. I'm sorry, I had to go there, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm surprised they ain't had no memes about that dude. Doggone way he got caught with that Viagra. Jan Jackson had to stop touring and go to Brazil, go see taking her father. He gotta take that Viagra, he can't medication. They told y'all behind us back in the day, the Viagra, you cannot be on now diabetes and no high blood pressure. And I never forget my grandfather was telling some white man on TV, said he didn't care. The white man on TV said he gonna tell you about he gonna die doing it. Or like, I'm not perfect, but you not in state of grace, you fornicating, okay? And the Lord ought to go to heaven, okay? So for real. So that's to tell you the truth, yeah, for real. So that's the point. So that's why I said he stopped all that sex stuff when he became a Jehovah's Witness. He was out there literally going to people's doors and doing that, trying to preach, what I'm saying, his belief system. So it's hard for me to believe this man was on drugs. It is. I don't care. I think they drugged him. Okay? I think they drugged him. They killed him. And like I do believe Michael Jackson was killed. I do believe Michael Jackson was killed. Let me explain why. There's no way in the world that if I was a doctor and I know that medications that you're taking for surgery, that high risk of it, the high dosage of it, it's gonna kill you. I'm gonna give it to you. That's not in my conscience. That's unethical practices. I cannot do that. Dog, what I'm not doing. You're not gonna look what happened to the doctor here in Houston. He had an office in Acres Home, and he had one. It's both closed because he was too greedy, okay? And I believe they set him up to get killed. Talking about Michael Jackson. I'm sorry, I do believe, I don't think the Jackson fight, no. Jackson and Jan, y'all stop letting the Illuminati story. Stop. That's a bunch of he say and she say stuff. The source should tell you that the idea they in Paris, his daughter Autumn said that he always felt. Ian Latoya said that they thought that he always felt that someone was gonna kill him, and I do believe that all those child abuse allegations and Tom Mottola mess, okay, which Thalia, and I kind of think there's a Mariah Carey situation going on with her managers. I think it's conspired. In my opinion, I'm not saying it is. This is my opinion. I think Tom Troy has something to do with that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? No, and Stella, the Russian version, Yelena Sadovall. I think, yeah, I do believe. I'm sorry, and that Anthony dude who on a security company down there in California over here lying, talking Mariah Carey. Ever since that Me Too came out, he lies. They people accusing Cosby's accusers. Okay, the lies start coming. I feel like what's her name? Candy from Housewives. Lies. When Portia lied to her, talking about that she's trying to eat and rape Portia, not Portia, not Portia. Phaedra was lying about that she was trying to eat Portia's box. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Lies! I feel these are lies, okay? These are lies. When them lies start coming on Michael Jackson, as he beat that case and he went and left, I think they was trying to get him. Okay? And saying about Mariah Carey, they lying on that woman. Okay? I'm doing a story about her. You know what? That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? They lying on that woman. That woman ain't trying to sexual abuse that sexual harass that Stella. Ugly looking Stella looking thing. Okay? She knows Delana Sandoval. Okay? She a Delana Sandoval. Okay? She is. Okay? Mariah Carey, be careful hanging with these people. Okay? And I do believe that they set her up. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody say. And they said Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson, once that Oprah Winfrey, that thing came in, that's when they started. I noticed that right after Dangerous came out and Michael Jackson addressed the issue about him having vitiligo and this and that, That's when they start mentioning, and like I say, everyone know that you're Asian, that mixed dude who's part white, part Asian. His dad had his white dad or his stepdad wanted to set up Michael Jackson to be set up because they was jealous that the little boy was hanging around. The little boy Chandler, about my age, Evan Chandler, he's my age. He was hanging around Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson offered him ride, all this other stuff, and the dad wasn't seeing it was the real dad stepdad. They was mad, so they set him up. They gave him that medication for dentist, and make it go crazy. You believe anything? Yeah, they showed they drugged that little boy. That little boy started lying, saying Michael Jackson was sexually abusing him. Because my question is, what person, and I understand that, but you don't bring your children around anybody you don't know just because you see them on TV, okay? I'm sorry. You're not gonna bring my kids. It's same thing with the R. Kelly. Now R. Kelly already have history of doing that mess. The dad, why would you pimp your daughter out to the R. Kelly? Now she don't want to come home. She's scared to come home. She needs sex call. Why are you doing this mess? You stupid. Sorry. But going back to this, I do believe they set Michael Jackson up. They set Whitney Houston up. Yeah, she was on them drugs, but they set her up. They said, I'm sorry, there's no in the world that Prince was very rigid, and we don't know Prince from Adam. Don't get me wrong, we know him on TV, but the way you can kind of tell by his discernment, he was sincere about his belief system to the point he was trying his best to not jeopardize all the sex, sexy motherfucker and all sorts of cuss up here and get out. He started practicing them, singing them songs. Like with Donna Summer, when she started getting into her process, evangelical Christianity, she ain't seen Love Love Baby no more. That was in the 70s when she was a sex symbol in the disco queen, okay? That was back in those days. When she started getting serious in her music and her religion, that's when she started singing songs that was G rated and PG friendly, okay? You know what I'm saying? So it don't sound like that Prince in this right here. I'm glad I'm talking to video. I do believe, in my opinion, that video, the police know about this situation. Why would you go to the place, show the video of the body, which is, and cover it up in the studio and claim in his home? Maybe his home is still connected, but at least be specific. His fans on the comment section of TMZ know that is his studio. That's not his home. Why would y'all have the decency? It's like when Selena got killed, they had the tabloids showing the autopsy of her murder. You know what I'm saying? In this case, it covered, but why go gruesome? Go to the area when the body's not there. You know what I'm saying? I can understand that. But why release the body, okay, where he was found dead? It's like an empty room. Where are the paramedics? Where are the ambulance? Where are the people? Where are the nurses and doctors checking on this man? Why y'all showing a body? It's like they know something about that situation. Because that's right there. I don't think that man was killed. I don't think the man killed himself. I don't think the man was on drugs. I think they killed him. I'm sorry. He was serious about his belief system, and there's nowhere in the world. I'm sorry. There are fakes, there are frauds. I get hypocritical in my belief system. Don't get wrong. You see my sins on this doggone channel, okay? But it don't seem the way how sincere, and the older people when they get sincere, because he'd be 60 this year, okay? Yes, okay, he'd be 60 this year if he was alive. The more they know, they end up going to be leaving. So that's 9, 10. See why they try to take. You know how young people, I'm about to be middle aged. We not that serious about our beliefs like we're supposed to. But the older, they live a long life. They did all the thotting, they did all the drugs, they did all that stuff. They did all this, and then like, you know what? God gave me that mercy to live on this earth. Let me start taking matters on to start living, because I know if I leave here, I can believe all I want to, but nothing unclean go to heaven. Let me change my life. Let me get sincere. That's why you see more older people go to jail, go to church, go to church more than younger people. Okay, when we were young, like when I was trying to live Christian, it was hard to do that when you had the sex in front of you. The dudes talking about they have their girlfriends, they thought with it, and you trying to be, and that's when, really. One of the former politicians, their wife was I don't want to be detailed. The son was running for something. Graduate with the son. Their wife was our assistant principal in high school. She gave me that plaque back in '98, and but now is Lakewood Church, but used to be the Compass Center in Summit. Now my graduation 20 years ago. Oh Lord, in May, in May it'll be a year of me graduating high school. 20 years, excuse me, 20 years of me graduating high school. Well, I hugged her and I said before I said thank you Jesus. Not when I was being bullied, but there was a part of me was like the forced sin to prove how man you are, be sexual and this that talk about talk about sex in front of your homies, about the girls you had messing with and stuff like that. And when you start to get religious, like I want to be in that culture. You know what I'm saying? It was in the music, it was in the area. You know what I'm saying? So I never forget when I got out of high school. I thank God to get out. Because I don't want nobody pressure me to do sin. If I doesn't on me, okay, don't pressure me. Let me be my own person. In high school, anyone know is a pressure because of dudes out there, and that's why we wasn't serious, because you try to be serious of your fate, but you're around people and you're around an area, and you don't have to be hanging with people. It's in your area. It's where you go. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. So for real. So therefore, you feel you need validation from your friends, and it's hard. You're trying to get validation from God, right? But it's like you've been trained and wired to, especially in the culture where men are taught to be sexual and women taught to be, virgin-like. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So that hypocrisy. So therefore, that's the truth. I'm not gonna sit here and make it up. But once this dude already did his sex thing and talked about cream on top, and what I'm saying, and all that, this man started to realize, and I guess it's the prayer that Vandy, when she left the music industry and became a Protestant evangelical born again Christian, she was praying for him, and maybe it was the same denomination, same interpretation of the Bible, but he started to change his ways before he died. And everyone knows that when Vandy died, that's when later on he passed away. Okay, when Miss Denise Matthew Smith died, that's when he passed away a couple months later. And it don't seem that dude who went to everyone's house and to preach the watchtower, it don't seem that. That's why I don't believe that man was on drugs. There are people on drugs. Yeah, you even have people who show witnesses. This, and this one thing to me and my roommate was talking about bashing my relationship with sexual scandal in Catholic Church. I'm like, dude, did you know there's people that come to people's house and molest children too, who are part of your faith? Don't attack mine. They don't teach it in the news, but look it up on the internet. Trust me, I'm an information person. I will look it up for you. Okay, we didn't have phones in our job. He had one, but I didn't have in my job corps. You know what I'm saying? But I was showed it up on his phone. Look, there's this man here, and you know what I'm saying. So don't be making no stereotypes about my faith. But the truth, how news to me is very biased. With this transformation and race and everything, and African Americans and Latinos should know about that. Okay, stop trying to attack each other's face. Okay, but truth of the matter is, that's the reason why I'm like, when this, you have people who are hypocritical people, okay, in every faith, but when you see Prince, you see a sincere, the way how he stopped doing this, he stopped doing that, like he was getting prepared for his afterlife, and to the point that I don't think, in like, even the women that was on there back in the day when it was the Prince in the Revelation, they said Prince Revolution, before it was New Power Generation. She said in one interview that the people was making excuses that she got kicked out or got fired because of drugs. She said, "Excuse me, you don't do no. Prince didn't play with drugs. You know what I'm saying? Prince and his touring, you didn't do drugs. He might have had sex on, what I'm saying, of course, Champagne Poppy, aka Drake, put a picture right there, and people felt, him doing a threesome with two women. Okay, yeah, Drake put that on his Instagram. Okay, but other than that, that was just it. He might curse, whatever. Even Sheila E, who, she left him because of that, because she couldn't handle that. You know what I'm saying? That's not the lifestyle she want to do. Music. She ain't trying to. And they was engaged, but he was living a sexual lifestyle. She not like that. She didn't. You know, she was not raised. Yeah, she a former gangster. Okay, Black and Creole or Sheila E. She a former J up there in California, but she changed her life around. It was music. Her dad, what I'm saying, her dad, who's Mexican descent, Mexican American, he was playing with Santana and friends with the Commodores, with Lionel Richie. That's what got her away from that environment. I listened to her talk on a podcast. What I'm saying, Sheila E. But other than that, no. they would tell you that Prince didn't play with drugs on his tour bus or anywhere. Vandy got on drugs after she left Prince. After she did Last Dragon and stuff. Okay, Apollonia, who's Mexican and Italian descent, replaced her. Okay. So therefore, a lot of people can talk about the people Mexican, but for real, okay. So that's the point that I don't understand that and Lucky George Lopez and this that movie Purple Rain. You know what I'm saying? Because this an Apollonian Mexican, okay, and Italian, okay. Patricia Cadero, okay, that's her name, okay. She replaced Vandy, and she was the love interest of Prince, and she was Darling Nikki, okay. Yeah. So porn is a lot of folks say she light skin. Well, remember the third root in Mexico is African, okay, besides Spanish and Native. So you can tell. I'm sorry, it's in her. You can tell, okay. You can tell, okay. Everybody say, okay, all right. But all right, so she's a sister, okay. Down, Latinos down her family, okay. Then 19 some black grandfather down in Colombia, Mexico, when it was slavery practiced by the Spaniards, okay, was mixing, okay, down there, okay. God dog with some native and Spaniard and mestizo. Come on now, really, let's be educational. So point is, yeah. So you know, so that's why I ain't shocked. But for real, so point is, yeah, he was on George Lopez show, and he liked that movie. So how can you make songs about don't bring a black person home? Prince, even though he is black, enlighten me, black, French, Creole, Native American, Italian. That's what I read. Okay, he's seen as black in this country. I'm not one dropping him. Okay, he's exotic looking. Okay, but he did identify more on the black side. So why you bring him on the show, George Lopez? Really, you're contradicting yourself. Anyway, point is, you got African, Mexican, Cornet D, and Tatum Mariah Carey, red too. Anyway, point is, that's how the guys to bring it out. Be messy, be Window Williams up in here, Wendell Williams, okay, up in here. Orenthal, Bartholomew, Clyde, Rufus, Williams. Okay, yes, with TMZ. Wendell, Bartholomew, Orenthal, Clyde, Rufus, Williams. Okay, all right, had to be, but I don't think that Prince was on drugs. I don't care what anybody say. I don't think that he was on drugs due to his beliefs after he changed his life around after he became Jehovah's Witness. There are fake people in Jehovah's, trust me, in any religion. Okay? I ain't the perfect Catholic up in here, okay? You know what I'm saying? Ex-Protestant, okay? Who do all this cutting and everything. I know that that's not part of my faith and do all this other stuff. But I let you know right then and there. But he's sincere about his faith. He wasn't trying to be a hypocrite. So that's what I'm saying. So I think that by this video, speaking of this video, I do believe they know something about his death. Why would you when Nicole Simpson was killed and the camera was right there, okay, they had the autopsy people, they had the ambulance, they had detectives. When you see this video at the studio of his death, that's like, nope, the room is dead. You know what I'm saying? And Princess passed away right there by the elevator, and they have that blot showing. So who the police officer in Minneapolis? Okay, I hope it wasn't no guy is. Okay, it was a final cast. Who was the person involved in that? Who was the person? I want to question. And where are the people? Where the autopsy? Where people who work in detective and who did the autopsy? Where are all those people at? Because when there's a death, you have to have in yellow tape around the area. That's one thing I noticed that in that room. That's not all that. It's like and I'm assuming it's a he. That person, the cop in there, and they just filmed that. Where are his co-workers? Where's backup? So they can stop the people coming in. And when people pass away, people say, knows the people who they have to tell people, get back, we taking care of this. Where the ambulance? Where are people out there? Because you know what I'm saying, it don't make any sense for just to show this on TMZ, and 2 years later after his death, they show a blotch that covered Prince's body. The room is dead, no one's there. So y'all, what is your opinion about this? Do you think this is set up? I do think so. And I think the people in the department know about the death. I think that people in the industry knows about the death. I think that really I question this whole thing, and it seemed very disrespectful because the man was still, his body's still there, and you cover it, don't matter. It's so different than that tabloid that showed Tupac autopsy and Selena's autopsy when it was supposed to. Okay, it does. It's in TMZ. Lost his decency. All right, no, Harvey is no joke. Okay, Harvey, as in my opinion, as a race, y'all know how I feel about the OJ trial with his mess. I do think that this is they know more detail in the story. The lack of respect, and there are the people who dare to look at the man's death and check his body, check his vital signs, where are and do the investigation of his death. Where are those people? Because it doesn't make it a dead room. I mean, nobody there. The person with the camera is showing all his studio and him at the elevator. That don't make any sense. It doesn't. That's all I have to say. Y'all have a nice day.